So a proportional relationship, it's kind of what we talked about yesterday, but there's one more thing to add to it. And I think it's easiest to see it in action. So let's say I have a part-time job. If you have a part-time job, you get paid by the hour. So I'm going to look at how many hours I work and how much money that means I make. Hours and money. Now, a proportional relationship has one key point. If you work for 0 hours, how much money do you make? 0. That is a key part of a proportional relationship. You got to hit that 0-0 mark. 0 money, 0 hours. Unlike when you join a gym, and like day 1, you have to pay $50. Like you could have been a member for 0 hours, but you owe them $50, and then it's like $28 a month after that. So that's not proportionate. This is. And then let's say I make $7 an hour. So 1 hour makes how much money? 2 hours would make?
14.
3 hours would make? Okay. This is consistent. Just like what we talked about yesterday. It is a constant rate of change. So we know that this is going up how much each time? And this one's going up how much each time? Is it changing at all, or is it consistent? It's a consistent, so it has a constant rate of change, which just means it's going up the same. It's predictable. We know what the next number is going to be. If I put 2,000 hours right here, you could tell me how much money that means. Okay? That other part that I was telling you about, this 0-0 point, is very important. It has to go through the origin. 0-0. It goes through the origin. So it hits that 0-0 mark, and then it's a straight line forever. Do you remember from yesterday which one is the X and which one is the Y?
Top is always X, bottom is always Y.
Perfect. Top is always X. Bottom is always Y. Also, the money you make is dependent on the hours that you work. If you work 0 hours, you make 0 money. It doesn't really go backwards. You can't like tell your boss, I'm going to make $27. How many hours can I work? No. Okay. Now, there's one little hiccup. I just want to make sure you understand. I'm sure you'll be fine with it. Let's say I work for 10 hours. How much money do I make for 10 hours? $70. Okay. How much did this go up from 3 to 10? 7. How much does 21 go up to 70? 49. So this went up 49. This went up 7. Is it still constant?
No. Yes, because it's a multiple of 7.
Okay, so we know from yesterday, this is a tricky question. You're going to see them like this. That's why I want to talk about it. We know from yesterday, these are up 1, up 1, up 1. This is going up 7, up 7, up 7. Yesterday we talked about that constant of proportionality. Do y'all remember that? We knew that K equals how much? Or what was K? Anybody remember? Yeah, Y over X. Yeah, I'm so glad y'all remembered. Y over X. So if I were to take any Y, pick a Y. Okay? What is 14 divided by 2? Okay? So 14, I'm gonna put it down here. K equals 14 divided by 2, which is how much? 7? You already said that. Never mind. What about this one? What's 70 divided by 10? 7. 70 divided by 10 is 7. So it didn't change. That's that constant part that doesn't change. So it can jump around. You're looking at the change in y and the change in x. Or you're comparing the y directly to its x. So even if it skips, don't look at how much it's adding. Like, don't look at 1, 1, 1, oh, 7. It can't be, don't look at it that way. Look at it comparing how much each one is going. Does that make sense? Okay. So if this one jumps a lot, if this one jumped the same amount of a lot, then you're fine. Okay. All right, let's look at a graph. Hopefully, we've been practicing with graphs. Let me see if I can find one. Ah! On your builders. Do I really not have a builder like on hand? Okay. On these things, we've been working with graphing. So we know that this is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. The x tells you how far over to go. The y tells you how far up and down to go. So we're good with that? Okay. I don't know. I'm just saying. You got to know how to do that before we do this. So draw an x. Or I'm sorry, draw y, draw an x. They don't have to be perfect. We're just going to sketch. And then I'm going to count by 1s, 3, 4, and then I'm going to count by 7s, 7, 14, 21, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to graph my table just to show you what one looks like. So when I worked 0 hours, I made how much money? 0. So that is the origin. So 0, 0. Back it up. 0, 0. It goes through the origin. That's that. And then 1 hour, I earned how much money? 7. 2 hours, I earned 14. 3 hours. And then if I worked 4, it would be, so that's constant, predictable, we know what it is. This is a straight line that would go on forever. That's that constant, that's the straight line part. Constant rate of change is what made it straight line. So the two things that make something proportionate: 1, it goes through the origin. 2, it's a straight line. That's it.